All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Better by Numbers podcast presented by Life Metrics. We are still at the third annual Roundtable of Longevity Clinics in Nevada, California. And I have the pleasure of speaking with Emily Steedman.
Yes.
Emily Steedman has just started a company. What is the name of that company?
It's called 1011 Life.
1011 Life. Okay, and what are you guys focusing on there?
Well, hi, Aaron. Thanks for having me today.
It's
It's nice to meet you and be here at the Buck Institute. I'm very excited to be starting this company because it gives me the opportunity to be a strategic advisor for senior living communities, which is where I've spent the majority of my career as an occupational therapist in skilled nursing and senior living. So I'll be doing strategic advisory work for them and age tech companies. So really looking at the space to see how are people building technologies that can be useful and will be actually adopted and built into the workflows in senior living communities.
Okay.
So really blending the two and helping advance innovative wellness programs for older adults.
What brought you to the conclusion to blend the two? Like, I guess, what are you seeing in the senior living space that was a specific need for this?
Yeah,
Like,
thanks.
Yeah.
So I first fell in love with occupational therapy because of the tools that OTs use, from anything from a sock aid, to a reacher. I'm like, wow, they have really cool things they get to use. So I've always had an interest in innovation and bringing that forward to help people live their lives in a more functional way to maintain independence. And so I think in senior living, right now we're living in a very exciting time where there's a lot of new technology. You go to any conference and you can get a little bit overwhelmed with all the things that are being developed at a pretty rapid pace.
Something new every day, pretty much. Yeah.
So it's exciting, but it's also a lot to sort through. And so as an operator, I think there's a lot of overwhelmed people out there that want the innovation, but they don't know where to start. And they don't know how to craft a workflow and a pilot system that's going to be actually beneficial, that people are going to use and adopt and be able to not tank their time and their energy and their resources, but actually provide meaningful value and help advance the care and the experience for the residents that they're really looking for.
That's awesome. You also talk about like your previous experience that you're bringing to the company. Like, I guess, what are you seeing that is like, I guess, the major trend? You're talking about new technologies, AI, obviously, like at the forefront. Like, what are you seeing how that can help you with your goal with this company?
Yeah, well, I think it's not something to be scared of, and it's not something that's going away.
Right.
So we have to look at how can we best maximize it and really use it in a meaningful way. And so I think every technology company that's building today either already has it or will have it. So I think that's important to know, that you're not going to be successful in the tech world unless you have that component. It's going to become the normal expectation. But I think also for the consumer side, it's the same story. We can't be afraid to use it. We have to learn how to use it in ways that are going to be practical. And we don't have to start with everything. Start small. And
I think that's the important part.
Little bite-sized pieces to say, okay, I can use it in this way, and that feels good to me. And then maybe I try something else, or then maybe my friend tried something and that really was beneficial for them. So I think starting small, talking about it, staying open to learning and sharing what's working, especially if you're trying to do it in a way that's functional and beneficial for your health.
What keeps you, I guess, passionate about like starting this company, passionate about helping? Some would say vision, mission, core values. Like, what is the driving force of this for you?
Yeah, well, I think it's taking advantage of this unique opportunity that we're at in humanity, and using tools to help us thrive. And so for me, my passion is really to live a life full of abundance and vitality. And I think your health is the foundation for that. Your wellness tools and habits build on top of that. And it's all for the purpose of thriving.
Yeah.
And feeling good. And, when you have that extra pep in your step, you just feel better, right? You got your endorphins going, and you're in the zone, and you're making friends, and you're accomplishing things, and you're just feeling good. And so that's my purpose, is I want to feel that way, because I know the difference when I feel that way and when I don't. And so I want to help create frameworks and programs and support others to be able to do the same.
That's beautiful. I think, I guess, like, how would you position yourself? I don't know if you've looked at competitors or if anyone's doing what you're wanting to do, but how can you, I guess, position yourself in the best place to be at the forefront of what you're doing for senior living?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think where I'm at right now is about listening and staying flexible. So I think that's one thing that I've learned in my career is you can't stay in a box. You have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to adapt to what your clients are looking for, what the consumers want, how people are aging today, what the boomers want is evolving, right? As technology evolves.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, I will be successful. My company will be successful.
Yeah.
We'll all be successful
Of course.
if we collaborate and we stay open and we listen to each other and we work together.
That's a great answer, actually. So as far as listening, are you like doing focus groups? Have you gone to different senior living centers, and like what are you seeing like the need be? What pain point is your company addressing the most?
Yeah, I think yes, focus groups, but also being in the communities.
Okay.
So meeting with the fitness committees
Right.
at the senior living communities to hear what do the residents want beyond taking a formal survey, really listening to them, knowing them, understanding what makes them tick, what do they like, what do they not like, what are they open to trying. And I think, I'm sorry, what was the second part of the question?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's basically what pain point are you addressing? What pain point do you believe you're addressing with your company specifically, like or in the senior living community? Like,
continuity.
Okay.
Yes, because there's data everywhere, right?
Okay. Yeah, you're getting inundated with it all the time. Yeah,
you've got this,
agreed.
you got your ring, you got your watch, you got your labs, you've got your reports, you got your EHR, you've got your personal trainer saying this, your therapist saying that. So I think it's helping bridge everything together and using technology to do that. So piecing it all together, being a strategic advisor to say, okay, what do you have in your community? And let me help you bring it all together comprehensively so that it's at your fingertips, both for the residents and also for the community to get aggregate data too on what's the health of your community looking like right now. Where do we need to focus our attention based on data that we're getting back? I don't think people have the right data or maybe even any data at all that they're looking at, but they have these goals that they want these vitality programs, they want this wellness, they want this luxury, they want this concierge approach, but they don't have the data to support and use for trends and analysis to see, well, where do we take this program? Where do we focus? Where are the opportunities? So I think the pain point I'm solving is being that strategic advisor to have those conversations, to start looking at what do you have today and what's the blueprint that we can build together to get you where you want to go.
That's like very niche. I love that. I guess what's got you most excited? What's got you the most excited? What are you looking forward to in the future? And like 10 years from now, how do you want your company to be perceived?
It's a great question. I mean, it's hard to not be excited right now when there's so much energy and there's so many brilliant minds focusing on longevity, health, wellness, health span, well span. I mean, the conversations that are happening today in our world makes me excited. I've spent over 20 years in skilled nursing and in healthcare where we haven't had a lot of cool tools and we haven't had a lot of focus in our sector. And so what excites me is that the boomers are aging and that we have the attention of investors because of the economy now saying, hey, these people need these services. And so more people are creating and innovating in our space, which gives us such a unique opportunity to help the people that we care about the most with new interventions that can be more efficient, better outcomes. And so how can you not be excited about that?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we've waited for this moment in time. So I hope my company is a part of what's happening, part of this revolution. I just want to be part of it. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I can see there's so much energy. Where can we find you?
You will find me very soon online at 1011life.com. And me personally, Emily Steeman on LinkedIn.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you got to speak with us. All right, guys, that'll be the end of this episode of Better by Numbers podcast presented by Life Metrics. We'll see you next time.